come with me to build an automated workflow for our go-to-market for my side project with N8N. I'll show you and I'll link everything down below so you can create your own. We have a mess. We have a mess. Okay, here we are. Day 83 of 100 days of an entrepreneur working on only one side project at a time while keeping her full-time job, which, as many of you know, my full-time job is a consultant, and right now I'm focusing on 2 big enterprise clients, helping them not only with growth and marketing strategies, but also creating the automations they need within their processes and their systems to implement AI and become more effective and efficient throughout time. Anyways, so that is also growing and taking a lot of my time. And as that grows, I'm going to have to hire and train more consultants and hire consultants per project. But I'll keep you updated on that one. Also down below in the comments, let me know if you're interested in that. Today, we're going to get into the automation, just a sneak peek. And for you to see how easy it is. First of all, I'm using my link to get the 14 days for free, so you can run all days for free for the first time. And let's answer the questions. The size of my company, let's say -20. And let's say I am in marketing. I'm not going to say I do know other stuff, but I'm in marketing. Have you built something yourself in the past? Yes, but you can put not yet. Which of these do you feel comfortable? Okay, I feel comfortable with some of these things, but I'm going to pretend. Okay. Okay, I can answer, but you can pretend to say none of them. Okay, you can answer nothing. How did you hear about this? I heard from a friend of mine, social friend of mine, which is me. That's what you're going to answer when you sign up. And inviting members to skip. At the moment, we're not. We're going to do it ourselves. So start automating. This is the beauty of it all. So I'm sure you've seen all these tutorials or whatever, but I want to make it for you in real time, not copy pasting anything, just in real time, literally a chat box. So I'm going to say, what do you want to automate? I want to build a go-to-market and growth and organic growth engine for my platform, Dossier.com, which is the last door of venture capital firms, where founders can review their experience with VCs in a safe, anonymous way. I want this automation to daily be able to scrape content, relevant posts and content through Reddit and LinkedIn, and smoothly and discreetly comment and post with relevant value add information, mentioning Dossier to make sure that there is daily presence and visitors to our site. As random as that. Let's see. So it's gonna think, but this is where I wanna explain, and we've seen all these videos that you put this and suddenly this website happens. Here you're gonna see a workflow. And some people, in the past, people would be scared of seeing like a code, like the black backline, the code and the colors, and it was like, you just feel scary because you've not used to it. The same with workflows. If you have not worked with workflows and connecting stuff, and then you feel uncomfortable, but just remember that anything you want to edit into the workflow, you can click and edit and add the API keys and connections and all those stuff, or you can just talk to it and it's going to add it for you. So basically this guy right here is the assistant. So right now I'm just going to build this, and I'm going to go ahead and do the connections in a private way, so I don't share here all my private API keys and stuff like that. But then I'm going to show you the result of this, because I've been warming up not only my own Reddit account, but another one to actually be valuable. And I also don't want to spam. Like, I don't want to create agents that are spamming social media with like a salesy ads and stuff. No. It's like only comment and only post or comment when it actually adds value. It's responding an actual question of someone, and it's actually relevant for them. Like, if you just share visitdossier.com to anyone or everyone, and they're not like interested in that, it's just going to go anywhere. It's just going to be annoying. So whenever you build this kind of things, you have to keep in mind to give the proactive order that adds value with the information. And then you can tweak what kind of, like, what is the tone of voice, what is the sources you wanted to search and add value with, etc. Like, you can tweak all that. But as you can see here, you could see all the models, and suddenly now it's organizing it. So what it's going to do is daily trigger. So it's going to do every day, which, if you do something like this, just as a disclaimer, it's gonna take credits, right? And it can become very costly. You can even compare how much does it cost you to hire someone in Fiverr, to do it, manually, basically, and how much would it cost you to have an agent. And there is another disclaimer: if you hire someone in Fiverr to do it manually, they are going to be able to do it, like, manually, not through an API key, etc. And these platforms, usually social media platforms, do prioritize and benefit more the manual posts and, yeah, and comments, rather than anything coming from an API key. There is a way to go around that, but we're not going to talk about that, because then, yeah. Anyways, have you seen the videos of people allowing an AI agent to control their computer? That way you can pretend that your AI agent is an actual human by, like, literally copying and pasting and going from one tab to the other one and doing things. And that way it seems to be a human post. But in this case, we're just going to try to be consistent: one post or one comment per day, nothing too much, nothing extreme. And then I can add up, like, creating SEO LLM relevant content to this agent. But this agent for me is going to be, or this workflow of agents, because might be more than one agent, it's going to be the key marketer for this platform. That's my goal. So let's go through it just with that prompt that I show you. Let's just go through it and I can show you what it's put together. So here's the workflow configuration. Let's see, open. So it's saying, okay, target subreddits, and these are the subreddits it decided on its own to target: startups, venture capital, entrepreneurs, small businesses. Then search these keywords, and I can edit this. I can say, no, target these specific subreddits that I already am part of and I already know they're good or have relevant stuff there. These are the keywords. This is the scrape note, like LinkedIn scrape requires external service. Yes. So this is another one. This service, we're going to see in another one of the modules, where I usually use another one. I'll share it with you. But you can do it. Okay. So it's already configuring. And then it says, okay, this is a search Reddit posts. Here I'm going to have to go in. You can go in here or you can do it on the chat. But anyways, we're not going to do it right now. But what it's saying is, with these terms and these orders that you told me, go into Reddit posts and search on those subreddits, and with those terms, search for what it is. Then scrape LinkedIn. With those inputs of information that you scrape from these areas, combine them and filter what are the relevant things. So this is their way of thinking. Maybe this is not the smartest thing, and this is where, like, machine versus human, you might say, why does it need to scrape and then combine them and then find relevant post? In this case, I could say, I only wanted to, like, find relevant posts for Reddit. Why does it need to combine to LinkedIn? Or, you know what? I also needed to Google in the news. So I have to add another one that is like Google News relevant for these keywords of the day. So that day is going to go and also Google News, check if there's something relevant or trending in the moment, or go to X and see if there's trending topics on this subject. So you can add here some models. And then you can say, okay, combine Reddit on LinkedIn, filter what's relevant, prepare context for AI. Here we're going to give them the rules of, like, platform plus title. Yes, like title. And here you can do all these within these scary places, which was the past, or through the AI assistant, which is in beta. But you can say, when you're preparing the context for AI, make it sure that it's always in this tone, it always adds value, it's always like this, it's never salesy, it never adds the link. Maybe you can decide what are your rules and tone of voice and everything. And then you have the AI comment generator. So for that, you have to connect to OpenAI or your LLM. You can say, I don't want to connect to OpenAI, I want to connect to Gemini. And then here you do have to connect with this is the immediate recommendation, but you can change it, and you can change it here, or you can change it here. Say, hey, can we, instead of ChatGPT, connect Gemini, and it's going to change it, and it's going to ask you for your API key. Literally, you search for API key, copy paste, and you can do it here on the chat. You don't have to like go in here, click open, and connect credential and put the API key, which is very simple and easy, as you can say, but you don't have to do it if you feel scared of this. So I'm really encouraging you. Maybe this sounds too complicated, but make something that is simpler. I can encourage you to start with something that is just like search for the news around the subject and send me an email on that every morning. You can create your own morning brew. I should make a video on that. Next video is that I'm gonna show you how to create your own morning brew without or skim email, without with a simple workflow. But yes, morning brew is free, and this you will have to pay because this costs. The free version is not going to cost for 14 days, but then it's going to cost. Anyways, AI comment generator. So it's gonna go connect to ChatGPT. It's gonna do its own research. We have to choose which tool we're gonna put there. It's gonna structure the output. So it's gonna say, okay, all the rules that you said here. It's gonna structure it. This is basically your editor. And then it's gonna go and route to the platform. It's gonna, okay, we created a post for Reddit and a post for LinkedIn. And then you have to have a limit per day for each of those platforms, and then take the action to post on Reddit and post on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is not possible to post automatically, but what I can do is, instead of having this, I can say, send me an email with the post so I can post it, or send me an email with the link to the post I should comment and the comment draft. So that's what it should be, instead of taking you some time figuring things out or having to think about it. I'm going to get an email on my, which is going to say, today for VC Dossier, there is this comment which is relevant. Click here and post this comment that adds value, and then I do it, and I don't have to think about it. But the Reddit consistent thing would be this way. Let me know what you think. I'll let you know how it works when it's live, and follow along and see how this traffic of that website keeps growing consistently while I am taking care of my clients and my full-time job and my clients' needs. So let me know your questions and which kind of workflow would you want me to make here as an example for you to try out. What are your needs?